a few moments ago, I was talking about negative feedback. And I had said that we have mechanisms called homeostatic control mechanisms that draw on negative feedback control mechanisms to control many parameters, many physiological parameters. Now, if we have negative feedback, you might think, well, there must be something called positive feedback, right? If you say negative, there must probably be positive feedback as well. And you would be correct. You would be correct. But they're pretty rare. It's not common in physiology to have positive feedback control mechanisms, but we do. Okay, so let's review. Negative feedback was control mechanisms which bring a set point back either down or up to a set point. Bring a parameter, I said that wrong. Bring either a parameter down or up to a set point. Remember, I drew that graph. So negative feedback means that any deviation gets removed. If you're a little bit high, you could be pulled down. If you're a little bit low, you get pulled back up. So positive feedback, what would that be? That would be, I'm going to move out of the way. Positive feedback is control mechanisms which, when the parameter deviates from the norm, that's that set point thing I was talking about, these mechanisms cause the parameter to deviate even more. Okay, so let's think about physiology. When might we have that? When things deviate, they are made to deviate more. So if we think about it, I had a student one time, and she told me that that she might have to miss part of my class, and she ended up having to miss the last few weeks of my class, and it was because she was pregnant and she was close to having a baby. And what was happening is she had a large baby, and the doctor said, it's too early. We don't want you to have the baby yet. And so in order to keep her from having the baby, she had to stay in bed. She couldn't get out. So what was going on? When she would have small contractions, what happens is those small contractions, they're working on my bathroom. Those small contractions cause larger contractions. So what's the norm? No contractions. So the norm is no contractions, but with positive feedback, when you get some uterine contractions because of the baby stretching the uterus, it causes you to have more. And what happens? After a little while, the baby pops out. It's not quite so easy, is it? But the point is, the baby is born, and it's born because of positive feedback mechanisms. So that doesn't happen that much. I mean, you got high blood pressure, you get it even higher. No, your body has homeostatic mechanisms that use negative feedback to control your blood pressure. But this is one instance where there are positive feedback mechanisms, and we said they're not common in physiology, but they do happen. Childbirth is the example we use for positive feedback. See, this one is a little bit shorter. Now, what we're going to do now is, I'm not sure how this is going to work even with my board here, but I'm going to, if you have your book, you can play along, as the saying goes. Go to page, I think it's 36 and 37. But what it is there's a two pages where Maybe I'll hold up the pages from my book over there. But anyway, we'll talk about the 12 anatomical systems next. Okay?